Yeah, I did TikTok as well, this and that, on Malay content.
Wow.
I actually speak Malay.
Bahasa. Wow.
I even sing.
Wow. If I share this kind of update through video, then I feel that I have already done my part,
You never watch my video.
Yeah. So I hope all my clients follow my videos.
Hopefully future me will agree with me now. I think you want to remember that it's hard, but then it will pay off. It sounds very cliched.
The guide to all the facts, no cap, just science, relax.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Science Orang Biasa. And today we have two guests here, Khian and also Jacelyn. Yeah. And funny story is that we met actually in Tim Tia's masterclass. We are on the same table, right in front, right? So
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
want to get the facts of the whole class. So today I've invited both of them to actually have a very casual discussion about, what happened after the class, right? Something like a casual catch up, right? As proposed by Jacelyn, but she didn't realize it would be a podcast kind of thing, yeah? So maybe, let's start the whole discussion running with introduction. Maybe we'll start with Khian. You can tell us.
You're not going to introduce yourself though?
Sorry.
You sure?
Introduce first. That's my show.
Alright. Okay, hi everyone. Hi Matthew. Hi Jacelyn. Nice to meet you guys again. My name is Khian. I run a training company. So we are a one-stop workforce development solution for our clients. We do corporate training, team building, annual events, ESG initiatives. You name it, we have it.
Nice. So you look very young. Can you tell everyone?
Yeah.
how old are you?
Thanks for that. I take it as a compliment.
It is.
I turned 26
Right.
this year.
26. Huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't ask about my age.
I was gonna ask you the question, then she will have to answer.
Yeah, I sensed that.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. What about Jacelyn?
Okay, I'm a licensed financial planner. I like to describe my job using a tree concept. Okay, so imagine you are a big and healthy tree,
Right.
and your family is resting under your shade
Right.
every day. So that shades actually represent your ability to earn an income and provide for your loved one.
True.
So when the tree is healthy, everyone feels safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if suddenly something happened and like life has a different season. Sometimes it hits autumn or winter, and then an illness, disability, or a premature death can actually suddenly take away the shade. So my job is actually to make sure if one day the family lose that tree, there is another shade being created to continue providing for the family.
Right.
Yeah, so that's about financial planning lah.
Okay, so it somehow ties up to personal risk management, I guess.
Yes, it's part of it. It can be risk management, children education funding, retirement planning, or even estate planning.
Right.
But the whole concept is about making sure that the people who you love can continue living with dignity, no matter what season of life. Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, to me, nobody thinks about it
Exactly.
until, something happened to maybe a close friend or family. And
Yes.
then, do you see that as a trend in your business?
I think it's not a trend. It's like a challenge of this business. Yeah.
To let people care about.
To talk about the uncomfortable topic when life is really comfortable. Yeah, I think this is the challenge lah in my business.
Then I guess the next supposed flow will be, why did you even go for Tim Tia's class, right? So maybe Khian can, let us know.
So I've always thought about building a personal brand. I've uploaded a lot of videos since before the class. Didn't see a lot of traction. I always thought that personal branding would be important, but I didn't really know how to approach it. One part of me was also kind of stubborn. I was thinking I only want to make content that I want to make, right? Then, so I thought, hey, I've been trying for so long, haven't seen any results, so I might as well try it. And the interesting thing is that I didn't know much about Tim Tia before the class actually. My sister, also my business partner, sent the advertising reel to me, and then from there things took off. Yeah.
But what do you mean by you before that you wanted to do things content that you just want to do? Like
So I
now
didn't
it's
want to
easy
do
different.
like I didn't really want to do hooks. I didn't really want to do didn't want to follow any trends. I just thought, okay, I'll just speak like an educator, which is, you know, the image that I want to portray myself. I didn't want to, I understood the idea of hooks and so forth. In fact, I have friends in the media industry who were trying to say, hey, you know, I think your reel should have this and that. And I was thinking, oh, I don't want that because it looks very advertisement oriented. Yeah, I don't want it to be advertisement oriented. I want it to be personal brand. But when I say personal brand, I mean like literally personal, all right? Meaning no edits, no background, no whatever. So I've been doing that for at least 2 years or so, and then I thought I really didn't see any results at all. So I thought from a business perspective, I need to be a bit more strategic, and maybe the class would benefit me in ways that I wouldn't know, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. So you did it a few years before.
Yeah.
And then, like how many years before?
I think on and off, about 3 years.
And there was no discipline in posting, right?
But there was discipline in posting.
There is.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just that we didn't see any results. So that's why I have like, I think at least 1,000 reels already posted before Tintia itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just season.
Yeah, but then, you know, seasoned without any
Right.
real substance, I would say.
Right. So that prompted you to join the class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe to learn something and then have more structure, I would say, rather than just posting what I want.
I was also previously like posting a little bit, but then now when I look back, I was like, wow, so amateur type of posting. And at one point, I actually privated my Instagram.
Oh,
Why?
Yeah. Why? Just wanted to be private somehow.
did you delete the videos?
I didn't delete any videos because I feel that one thing that I get from this class is that social media should be, if you want to enjoy it, I feel it has to be genuine somehow, right? It has to incorporate your work and life integration rather than separate it out. So I didn't delete anything. But I feel that after the class is more towards like motivating me to okay lah, restart it lah. Yeah, I did TikTok as well, this and that on Malay content.
Wow.
I actually speak Malay.
Bahasa. Wow.
I even sing.
Wow.
and I got to about 5,000 followers.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, then I was like, okay, I reached something, and then I just fizzle out. Yeah.
So you don't want to continue doing Bahasa content?
I was like Khian said, I was doing things that I think my audience want. Then I just do it, but I don't like really enjoy it. That's why after restarting, I didn't do any content in Malay. I do content in English because I feel more comfortable. If not, it's like constantly you are translating
Yeah.
in your brain. And there was no script when I do the TikTok one. It was just like that. It's like NG so many times. Yeah. But I think like what we learned from India is if you are not doing this, then your competitors may. So that is I think that word that prompted me to join the masterclass. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with what you say, Matthew. It's like, okay, at that time, I really know I have all the technical knowledge. I did a lot of study and also pursuing professional papers so that I can become a licensed financial planner. But the reality is you can be one of the most qualified planner in the room, but if nobody knows you, you can't really help anyone, right? You cannot reach out to more people. So I think that's when I realized social media is a tool where I can reach more parents with information that I want to help them to make an informed financial decision. Yeah, so this is one of the reasons. And then the second reason, a bit different from Khian, you didn't know Tim beforehand, right? So I was already his followers. I watched a lot of his video. So I feel that, wow, this guy, I like his style. I like his style. I think he's humble, down to earth, and he has a very clear thinking process. Yeah, so when he advertised his course, I was like, it came at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign up for it,
Yeah.
and I must get into his class. That kind of determination. I don't know whether
correct.
it's the
same,
same.
same. Yeah, remember we had that
Oh yeah, how
interview?
was that interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why you want to join this course? And my answer was the same as yours. I find that it's very relatable to me, right? Humble and genuine and sincere type of thing. This is the 3 words I use to convince her. Yeah.
And you know what's my third reason?
What?
So I believe learning is not just about the course content. I wanted to meet new people because I feel doing this social media thing is a very lonely journey if you don't have friends doing it together with you. So when I am being surrounded by people like Khian and you, right, Matthew, I feel that we can actually synergize each other. And also, like our other classmates in the room, we all share like similar thinking. So I'm not just investing the money for the masterclass, I'm actually investing for new way of thinking and also like-minded community that we can support each other.
True. And it's payment on the spot.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we were really motivated to do it, right? And immediately transfer. So I think the third point was also one of my reasons why I joined as well, because like we together with all the people who are motivated,
Yes.
right? So you feel this okay lah, do one video lah. Okay lah, do the next video. And initially we were sharing in the groups, right?
Yeah.
Then everybody was like, very supportive. I think that's what we were looking for. And most of the people are also doing their own business.
Yes.
So you're looking at...
I think all, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think most.
There was one guy who was like a data analyst. His boss sent him there.
Oh,
I spoke to him. It was interesting.
I think
But
most of
most,
them,
yeah.
most of them. Means that we have the same problem. Yeah, and we are looking for something outside. And we are also pretty young, right? Jacelyn also very young.
Very young.
And we wanted to, I wanted to explore what I could do. It's as easy as taking out a phone and video and looking at people. I'm looking at other people in other industry really crushing it. Then when I scroll my industry, actually not a lot of people.
Oh.
What industry are you referring to though?
Oh, in medical industry lah. So personally, I'm in the medical industry for the last 15 years, really focusing on diagnostic tests. So we supply about 11 million testings in Malaysia yearly. Yeah. So I was scrolling, I was looking at business owners who are similar business as mine or in the medical industry because I want to see who is my competitor. I see there's none. Yeah, maybe there's one or two, but then not much activity.
Not consistent.
This is an opportunity. Why not I do it? Yeah.
Is that how you start this science around yourself?
Yeah, because I wanted to really, because science can be very hard to understand for lay people, right? For a lot of people. So I made my content in the way that, maybe one day a doctor would send this to the patient to like, hey, you want to understand about this? Just listen to this podcast and easy to do. And of course, in that flow, we get referrals, we get businesses to come in.
That's good.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think the masterclass was like instant. I quickly I was so scared to be out of the first. Initially, it was first 20, right?
Yeah.
So it was 20, yeah. So at the end, we ended up with 42. 42, yeah. Was a bit, it's like, eh? Yeah, but I think the demand was so much, yeah. So I think next I also want to know from your perspective, what changed after the class? It's okay if it's nothing also, right?
Well, I've been uploading more consistently. I think every week there is at least 4 reels up. And then, so that's as far as my lifestyle. As far as the views, we do see more than about 1,000 views every reel from the originally like few hundred, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the reel has contributed to my business directly. Indirectly, though, it has. So when you do a lot of research on the different pieces of news that are going on, and for me, I try to look into news and also how companies are doing, because I serve businesses like banks, insurance companies, and so forth. So when you do those research, you learn more about them. You can use them in your conversations with clients, and clients tend to like it because it shows that you are taking an interest in their business. So that's kind of like the peripheral change that I've seen, but not grand changes that I've seen maybe
Not like
from
monetary.
yeah. I was about to say like other classmates. So that's a bit
Compared to
disappointing.
other classmates. I mean, we've seen some really doing really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
very impressed by them.
Yeah.
They are all role models, and they are what motivate me to keep going.
Yeah.
Any time. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess it's also move on to whether you like the content that you are creating, right? Some people they don't mind, but I think you have just now we were talking before the show.
Yeah. So I tend to be kind of selective about what I post. I really cannot get over just posting anything, So then that becomes a bit of a challenge, because you kind of dig for the right piece of news to talk about. So I share the sentiment of coming up with content sometimes. Yeah.
I think somehow we are, I don't know, we have this vibe that is, we want to be sincere and genuine, but somehow that trait is not really good in content creation, isn't it? And somehow you have to be a little bit cunning in a way, if that's the right word. To be, I know what you're thinking, I'm going to exploit that need or want that you have type of mindset, but it's just, I can't do it. To me, it was also the first challenge that I needed to overcome a bit. But when I believe that when you research about certain topics about the industry that you are providing your services to, then you find that it actually is not really, I'm just informing, I'm not in a way trying to exploit anything, then it becomes okay. Because inevitably there's different types of content creators, right? So we are, those who attend Tim Tia's masterclass are already in their own business, already the expert in their own fields. So they don't need to create content, it's just communicate their everyday type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say so.
What about you? What changed?
What have changed? I think before that I was creating content through writing a lot, because I have this phobia about shooting videos.
Oh yeah.
The barrier. Okay.
Yes.
So what have changed after that? I think because Tim made us do the first video on the spot. So after I have completed the first video, I feel like it's
Not
easy.
so hard,
it's not
right?
so difficult,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's a positive change. And then others than that, I think last time when I was creating content, it's more about what I want to share. But now I find myself asking a different question. Okay, so I will ask myself, for people who are parents like me with young children, what are keeping us awake at night? So I keep asking myself this question, and I want to create content that address parents' concern. Yeah, so it gives me like clarity on what should I share, what kind of topic that can help them. Yeah.
So your fear of creating your first video is basically
Breakthrough.
8,000. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
But I think that's the most important, and I see in your video so articulate, same as Khian, so articulate in whatever you're saying. And Khian is one shot, no
Yeah,
script.
super natural,
No
lah.
script. Yeah. And I think because you've been doing this for the last how many years?
You mean writing?
Yeah, I mean your this
Content? Or you mean
planner.
in my industry?
Yes.
More than 10 years already.
Yeah, and you've
Yeah.
accumulated so much knowledge and story, which you are now sharing.
Correct,
which is-
correct.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very interesting. That you just need a platform to to communicate. And writing is now nobody want to read lah.
What platform do you
Yeah.
write on?
Facebook and LinkedIn lah those days.
But did it bring you referral?
Sometimes
Actually, yes, you know. Actually, yes, because when you are on social media, your presence is there, right? So you remind your existing client you are still in the industry, you are still active. So whenever they think about service that related to your industry, they can straight away think about you. But I think video helps a lot to build trust because people can see your facial expression, they hear how you talk, they get your vibes, whether align with them or not.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think video is the way forward lah.
And this is a bit sidetracked. I remember you telling me that I only do life planning for those good people only. You remember?
What do you mean by good
I
people? Did I
don't
say
know.
that?
I was like,
Did I
people
say
who are
that?
responsible, people who are family oriented, remember?
Oh yeah, I think I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah. Because she was saying like you cannot inherit your whoever's money, right?
Yeah.
Something like if someone passes away, then there are irresponsible people who could exploit that, then the wife cannot take the money.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
no, no.
she choose her clients, remember?
No, what I meant is
Yes.
my focus is on people who are very intentional about their financial planning. Yeah, you know, like some people tidak apa one lah, they don't care my money, whether my children can inherit my money in the proper manners and all that, they don't bother. So I want to focus to help people who are very responsible and intentional lah about their life. Yeah.
In that context.
Yeah, yeah.
But also sometimes I will be a bit like, I think a lot of people will be a bit scared, like if I were to engage a life planner, like how much money should I have before I engage a, planner to plan my estate? Is it 100K?
No
Is it
lah, for you,
500K?
for you FOC.
Oh, FOC. yeah. So, I think that's my question when I met you.
Your
right?
barrier, is it?
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't like people hard sell.
yeah,
Yeah.
none of us like it.
So the content creation really do the soft selling shit, like
Yeah.
just
Correct,
providing
correct.
info. Just like how we know Tim Dia also, right?
Yeah.
Consume his content, and then you already sold without knowing it.
Yeah,
So-
we are so desperate to get into
Thousands.
his masterclass.
Yeah. Correct. Nice. Good sharing. So I think the next thing I want to explore is what are some of the the most difficult things about your profession that you want people to know about?
Okay, I think there are two main challenges in my profession. Okay, one of it, I think just now I mentioned, everyone wants to enjoy life, want instant gratification. Nobody wakes up and think, I need to plan something for a bad event, right? Yeah, so like what Matthew, you mentioned just now, a lot of people talk about financial planning only when something happens to people that they know. Okay, it can be an illness, someone passed away, or somebody approached retirement age, and their children going for university. So these are the life events that prompt people think about their financial planning. But these are not comfortable topic, So it is actually a challenge because I have to talk about the uncomfortable topic when life is really comfortable. Because in financial planning, the irony part is when you need the money, you cannot plan for it anymore when you need it at that time. Yeah, so this is very challenging for people to touch on all this like taboo or future planning that they have to sacrifice their current enjoyment to save
It's
true.
Yeah. I mean, why not now? I don't know when I die. I will enjoy now.
YOLO.
YOLO. And I think we are living in a very fast-paced world now. So you seldom really just stop and think about the future.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then the second challenge is actually keeping my clients informed with new information.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so you see, financial product regulation and also personal needs evolve during different stages of life. Okay, the challenge is I need to keep them informed of the changes. But whenever you have coffee with your client, if you share something new, at the back of their mind, they always think, is my advisor trying to sell me something? You see? Yeah, so
It's true.
yeah, so like you say, nobody like to be sold, right? So I find content creation help in a way that I can create those video with like one financial idea per video, limit to 1 minute kind of sharing. So that's how my client watch my video at their own pace, their convenient time.
They text you instead.
Then after that, if this is something they need, we can meet up and we can bypass the updating information part, but we go straight to their personal goal and also some changes in their life, that kind of thing. So I feel content creation really helps.
So it's very good for your industry.
Yeah,
I think it's good
imagine,
for
yeah.
everyone industry.
Right. I mean, very well suited. I mean, because like you said, sometimes something people want to just talk to you about, call you up, Jacelyn, I want to talk about my future planning.
Yeah, we just want to have
Something-
coffee, chit
Oh,
chat.
and then you sometimes so long never meet me. It's Jacelyn call me out. I don't
Correct,
know,
correct,
you know,
correct.
we have that resistance lah. Right.
So we also have this dilemma, For
Yeah,
example, I give an example. Like, medical card constantly change every few years.
Correct.
Yeah, so whenever we want to update the client, we don't want to make them feel that, I want you to upgrade your medical card and all that. But at the same time, I need to let you know, last time your medical card doesn't cover the latest cancer treatment. But now the new version covers that. I need to let you know, instead of when something happened to you, you ask, why you never tell me to upgrade? Now I kena cancer already, and then my cancer treatment is the latest one and it's not covered. So we are caught up in that kind of dilemma. But if I share this kind of update through video, then I feel that I have already done my part,
You never watch my video again.
Yeah, so I hope all my clients follow my videos.
Oh, I see. Actually, I also done this mistake before. Sometimes when you first started off, you buy these policies from your friends, right? And then your friend want to catch up with you to tell you all these things. I reject.
Yeah, correct. I understand from your point of view.
Because I feel like again, I don't know how to reject you if you ask me to buy something or update me something, right? Learning to say no is something that I've worked until today. Worked on until today.
Do you feel like you're too nice?
Yeah, until 2 years ago.
Oh, what has
I
changed?
made a 360 change. I run a company, we have about 50 people or so. When I came back, I'm Western educated, I studied in Australia. So you want to be that cool boss, that nice boss. You want to be friends with everybody, make sure everybody's emotion is in check, blah, blah, blah. And then you realize that everybody treat you just as a number.
As what?
Just as a job, just as a number one job, two job, that kind of thing. And it breaks my feelings, thankfully. So after a while, then my biggest change came when this person has been with me for the last 5 years, and it's her first job. On the 5th year, I realized that I didn't mentor her well at all, because I was always overpraising. I was always
Make her feel good.
make her feel good. Somehow didn't translate it to her being really good. It's just that she thinks that she's
So she
really
thinks
good.
she is very good.
Yeah. And I immediately realized I failed. And all problems will come to me. I was so busy. My phone was ringing constantly. And I realized that I didn't have managers. It's all just executive coming to ask me how to solve this problem.
Oh dear.
Yeah. To put in short, I actually I appreciate the wrong type of people. Before this, I appreciated people who bring me problems, can identify problems. I feel, this is a very good person. But I forgot that actually the person I need is people who can solve
the
my problem. So that realization, right, when it hit me, right, the next day I was like, why are you telling me this problem? So the whole thing shifted. No? We're telling this problem. Can you solve it? Have you thought about it? Then, yeah, that's when everything just flipped.
Yeah, we all learn through experiences.
Yeah, being nice is not being kind.
Mm.
You know, that's the thing that I learned. The hardest thing that I learned. Coming from the no part. Yeah. So, when we go back to our topic, right? What's the hardest thing about our career? What about you, Jim?
A lot of challenges, but I think one would be something that you mentioned earlier. Clients think that we just want to sell courses. And I guess to some degree it's true. We want to sell courses, but then it has to be a two-way commitment, right? Because sometimes clients will come and they will say they want to see XYZ changes from the training sessions. But if you think about it, if you go for a gym lesson, you don't expect to see change immediately after one session. But then they seem to think of us like we are magicians, like we can change their teams in one session. So it has to be a two-way commitment. We do have clients who put in a lot of commitment in their learning and development initiatives, where they do post-session follow-ups, they do assessments and so forth, in which case we can see results, we can see the changes among the employees, and of course the collaboration will be more long-term that way. I like to think we provide very good training sessions, so employees do demonstrate that they can apply the lessons that they've learned. But then there are also other clients, not a lot of them, but they would ask the same questions that you like, oh, what do I see after the change? But then when we say, hey, it has to be a two-way commitment because I cannot be in your office all the time after the session, right? But then they don't demonstrate any interest to want to, I guess, pull their weight as well. So I think it's important to let clients understand, maybe much like financial planning, right? The client can just come to you and expect you to do all the heavy lifting for them. It has to be a two-way type of commitment. Yeah, there has to be a commitment. Kind of like, I guess, another analogy would be Tintia, right? If we go and then we say, hey, my views have no views, but you're not updating, then of course you won't see any views, So we need to communicate to the client that needs to be a two-way commitment. But we cannot say it so plainly because clients don't like to hear that. Clients are thinking, I'm paying you, you should solve my problems, right? So how do we do it in a way which, conveys to them that the commitment has to be two-way? And typically how I do that is I ask them what the objectives are and then have them explain to me. So it would become clear in the explanation that it needs to be a two-way commitment. So that's one of the challenges.
But I guess, I'm also a business owner, which engage training companies, right? I think one thing I like that you said is that, both sides need to commit to it. Like, you have to have a conversation. What's your biggest challenge? And instead of one course, I'm not hard selling you, but I'm going to need these few courses, and what I'm going to provide to you in terms of the results, I'm going to monitor it for you this way. I want to understand more about your business.
Yeah.
But most of the training agencies that I engage, we have this, what course do you need? Sales course, and then this is sales course. How much is it? It's never about that conversation of, the real conversation. Why do you actually need this sales course? What's happening? Yeah.
In some ways, I guess, I can see why they do that, because a lot of mega large organizations, especially financial institutions, and if I'm not wrong about it, financial institutions tend to take up the largest clientele of players in our industry because they have the most budget. But many a time they skip the conversation because a lot of large organizations, they just have to do the training for compliance. Yeah. So then they need to know that when they are working with a different type of client, maybe like with organizations with 100 employees, the focus is very different when you do a training. You actually want to see results immediately. Not that the banks don't want to see results, it's just that they have a different focus. Of course they want to see results, but then many a time they also do the training for compliance.
I'm going to put it in a very blunt way, right? Is that because in mega organizations, you're dealing not with the boss.
Yes.
You're dealing with middle management, you're dealing with maybe HR and whatnot. And maybe what they are focusing on is, this is my KPI, I'm going to, of course, there will be results, I'm going to monitor the results. And that's it. Let's not go too far. But I think lasting the lasting conversation and impression to business owners, right? I think will be that you want to genuinely know about their challenges.
Yeah.
But I know where you're coming from. It's like it's so hard because maybe they also don't know the entire issue.
I mean, I think it's our responsibility. Like we're the sellers now. We need to know who our clients are. So, like you mentioned, when I'm speaking with a business owner, when I'm pitching to a business owner, I'm going to be super different from when I'm pitching to a middle management because they think completely different things.
True.
Yeah. So with the business owner, many a time it's what will my employees get. With middle management, fortunately or not, it is how can you make sure the paperwork is more straightforward so they can submit to the next layer of approval. It's how it is. So we don't say it like that, of course, but then you have to realize it, otherwise you won't be doing yourself a favor in the pitching process.
I face this in my own line of work as well, right? We constantly have new devices and we have to pitch this. Because I like to do new things. I don't like to copy paste other people's things and do the same product. So I find myself always pushing new things, and I have to explain this whole new concept that nobody is actually explaining. So it's not established. So like now I'm pushing the AI screening tools, right? From your eyes, you can know the risk of your cardiovascular disease. From your eyes to your heart. So the ophthalmologists know this, Yeah, it's true. From your eyes, vascular conditions, damages, you can actually relate microvascular with macrovascular. But cardiologists never study the eye of how. Then more of them, if let's say eye test check that you have heart risk, you want to bring this report to the cardiologist, they say that this is bullshit. But so many clinical studies done. So this is, one of the big challenge when you're doing something new.
Unconventional, right?
Unconventional, yeah. And when you talk to middle management, I don't want to do more tests already. I'm really very busy. Then you talk to the CEOs, then they have a different view. Their view maybe is on what is the ROI, what is the opportunities. Oh yeah, I've got this gap. Then they are different in that sense. So yeah, you're talking to different audiences. I'm sure you talk to different customers who are from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
You see that stark difference.
Yeah, I mean, I guess B2C and B2B sales are completely different. Just now you guys mentioned that, with Hintia type of thing, you pay on the spot. So B2C, from my experience, is like you want to close the deal immediately, right? Today I ask you out for coffee, I want to close you. B2B, from my experience, you want to get to know as many people in the organization as possible. You want to get to know HR, finance, CEO, if you can, and then sales.
True.
Then you get to understand different viewpoints. It makes it easy to pitch to the higher level. So, yeah, that's the difference.
It's the right person.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a gatekeeper also.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
True.
So what's the challenge in your business, Matthew?
Yeah, what is your challenge?
My challenge is, I think, quite similar to this thing. That we constantly come up with, there's new things, and it's really difficult to be the first person to tell this new thing because nobody's talking about it. But another thing is that in medical, safety and performance is the most important.
Yep.
So when that is at the forefront, change doesn't happen easily. So when you're pitching new things, you really have to prove to them all the clinical studies, everything before the money even comes. Before even we talk about how much the price of it, which I feel very, which I feel good about it. I feel because medical is supposed to be safe and effective first before compromising that. But also as I have my own brand of medical devices, we put a lot of heart into launching a certain product. We want to make it a bit different. But then sometimes the market doesn't respond to it. Like last time we used to have this blood pressure meter, which comes with a pulse pressure. Nobody does it. But we know that pulse pressure is actually telling you how hard is your artery.
Oh.
So it's actually important, right?
Not pulse rate, pulse pressure.
Pulse pressure. So it's basically the difference between your systolic and diastolic.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have it as 2-in-1 in our machine. But then, people say, no, my customer want a cheaper one, 100 ringgit, 150 ringgit. Yours is 250 ringgit, too expensive. So is it patient first or price first? Of course, there must be a balance. I feel that if we were to go to a surgery, the doctors will tell us this is a higher risk, this is a lower risk. Not this is a more expensive price, this is a lower price. Which one do you want, right? So it's really different in healthcare. It's always, for me, it's always patient first, outcome first, before the pricing part. And sometimes I feel that is my maybe disadvantage because I care too much about small little details. But also, lately I feel this is my superpower also. That's why people associate us with higher quality, trust, and reliability. So that's my challenge.
Yeah, I think in every business there is this challenge between cost and value. And sometimes the way you see it versus the way your client see it can be very different.
So I always mean that I talk about business models rather than the product itself. And you really make that impression because you understand what they're going through.
Yep.
And then they will naturally buy your product. It's a long journey, 15 years in the industry. Yeah. And then you can create some brand, so to speak. Yeah. So we come to our last question. For people who wants to go down the path of being a content creator, after being a content creator for maybe a few months, what would you want to share to the newbies outside? Yeah.
I don't think I'm in a good position to share.
I believe they are maybe unrelatable. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe Khian because he's been doing for a few years already.
No, I think the not about how wise our advice will be, but how do you feel as a content creator? Maybe by the way, if you are starting, this is something you should always remember.
I think hopefully future me will agree with me now. I think you want to remember that it's hard, but then it will pay off. It sounds very cliched, but the truth is that we have our own business that's generating income, and then you have this other thing that's taking up a lot of your time and your effort that's not generating income. But then you kind of hope or that in the future maybe it will, right? If you do it right. Then you keep persisting even though there is no tangible outcome that you are getting from it. So I think that's very important, persistence. You want to keep doing it even though you may feel like it's a waste of time.
And I just want to add a little bit to it, is that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to really take everything as an opportunity, as a hope. If you're already negative, then don't be an entrepreneur.
That's true. So many times I remind myself hey, when I started the business, we also didn't see any income, right? We still persisted. It's not like we just decided, it's not going to work out, so we stopped. So you have to treat it like a business. You cannot treat it as a side quest. It has to be an actual business that you work on.
It's entrepreneurs are that bunch of people who really, even when there's no hope, actually can do.
The cycle itself, can one.
Can one, no problem. And eventually it will come, All right, thank you for your sharing.
Yeah, of course.
What about you?
I think, I feel that I'm really a newbie.
We are all three newbies.
Started doing video in May? Now it's July? 2 months only.
You had a video that is 100?
100K,
100K view. In what?
Actually, how did you feel when you saw? How did you feel when you saw the likes
I
and the views keep
feel
coming?
disbelief disbelief, but at the same time I also feel like, oh, my content actually bring value to people. I'm happy for that. Yeah, so I think in this journey, we all know it's tough content creation, because you will compare yourself with other people and then ask yourself, why am I not growing as much as the other content creator in the same batch, right?
Yeah.
But I also tell myself, don't compare my chapter 1 with someone else chapter 100, because everyone start from different place. Yeah, and I think the most important thing is we always have to go back to the origin of idea, why you want to do content creation. What is your purpose of doing that? Because when the excitement wear off and the view are low, I think the purpose is the one keep us going. The reason behind why I want to do this content, because I believe this topic can really benefit someone out there, right? So I think that purpose keep us going. Yeah.
I don't know. When I started content creation after India's masterclass, I felt like if there's one thing, right, that made a huge impact on me, is that consistency is key. And it's so hard. It's so hard to be. I started 4 video, and then eventually like 2 video, and eventually 1 week 2 video. Yeah, and it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
Yeah.
It could also be as easy as it looks also, because when you're enjoying it, right?
Yes.
But that's why now I really just focus on something that I enjoy, which is I like to be a geek about things like how this thing works, how this in the medical field, right? Because like you said, you need to remember your purpose, then you can move and continue.
Yes.
And I also made a commitment, right, that I will produce 4 long form videos every month that I will release every week. And then I have my very good team here to keep pushing me on, right, to really just do it. No result, I don't mind, just do this.
Yeah.
Because
correct.
who came with this results, right? I think anyone who wants to be a content creator really need to know it's a marathon.
Yes.
It's not a sprint. Sprint after a while, then if you can't do 4 videos a day, then don't do 4 videos a day. But start doing something.
Yeah.
If not, you just wait, and then other people will just overtake. And then you start the blame game off. They start blaming, why other people can, I cannot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's also a realization, like I don't know maybe it's the age thing. When you reach a certain age, then you will start contemplating about life. What if one day I look back and regret I wanted to do something, but I never really stepped out of my comfort zone to do something new? Yeah, this realization come to me this year. So I feel that, I want to really try something new. So I should just do it, because it's part of life experiences, right? And then along the way, when you do new thing, you learn something new, you meet new people, and then you also discover a new identity of yourself. Yeah, I think that's quite fulfilling. So yeah, if anyone want to do content, just do it. Just try out first. Yeah, you never know what will unfold.
Yeah, just dance also can, right? Actually, you haven't danced yet.
You want to do it today?
Not my thing.
No, not my thing also. But sometimes I tell myself, even doctors are dancing.
Really?
Who are you, man?
Yeah, I think I've
Say
seen.
don't dance.
And even
Really,
large
yeah.
organizations are doing that now. So if you take a look like, I'm pretty sure the FIs are doing it for their hiring campaign. So they will have their Gen Zs like, how is life like in this company?
Yeah.
And then it will show them.
Don't have a box like, people later see me, I feel very shy, I shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Yeah, just do it first. Like we are talking about people who just want to start to do, right? Just do. You
Yeah.
don't have to think so much on whether it embarrass you, whether your parents, your friends will feel embarrassed to be with you. Yeah, just do. Yeah.
That's why I feel the community is important. Because when you are doing it alone, you feel like you're an alien. But now we join the master class and we are doing all together, right? You somehow feel that, we are just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing strange or alien about it.
True. Now it's natural.
Yeah, it's natural and norm of your life kind of thing.
Yeah, but I still haven't tried, going out there
Oh, yeah.
in the public,
Yeah,
right?
I cannot.
Talk on the,
Yeah.
Maybe we should three of us.
I tried doing it one time in the cafe. Everyone was looking at me.
Right. But so what? Right?
Yeah.
But we keep. We have this fear, right? People looking at us, judging us. Yeah. But
But actually, when you see people shooting their content outdoor, you also don't bother what. Oh,
Yeah.
the person is shooting a content.
yeah,
You also don't judge them, right?
Yeah, it's like a stage fright thing. You think everybody is here to see you fail.
Correct.
But technically, they're here to see a good performance. Yeah, then you just frighten yourself for nothing. Yeah. So I guess this is our end of the show. Thank you so much for agreeing to come to the podcast, and I really think that the audience will gather a lot from our discussion today, lah. So please don't forget to follow us. We don't have enough followers yet. So the links will be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Matthew. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Ini dia podcast Sains Orang Biasa. Sains Orang Biasa.